and welcome to News at this hour. I'm your host Rika Roy. Now, protests continue over Kolkata doctors' rape and murder. CBI has questioned the former principal for the fourth consecutive day. Meanwhile, politics over protests over the RG Medical College and Hospital have peaked in Bengal, and the Bengal governor's visit to Delhi at this time has also led to speculation as the BJP and TMC engage in a blame game. Take a look.
Amidst protests on Raksha Bandhan, protesters tying Rakhi to policemen who had set up barricades to stop protesters from reaching the Kolkata police headquarters. Medical staff and students tied Rakhis demanding justice in the RG Medical College and Hospital rape and murder case. Doctors, including those who've been summoned for allegedly spreading misinformation, also marched to the police headquarters. Dr. Kunal Sarkar and Dr. Subarna Goswami appeared before the Kolkata police. Several other doctors joined them in a protest to march to the police headquarters.
Baseless allegations. Baseless allegations.
The police allege misinformation, but you're a reputed doctor in the city.
You are responsible. We are leaders of responsible organizations. We have never spread any misinformation. So all these are bogus and baseless allegations. And this is nothing but an ill attempt to gag the whistleblowers.
2 doctors in Kolkata have been summoned by the Kolkata police for alleged misinformation. We tried speaking to one of these doctors. These doctors said they haven't said anything that is untrue, and they haven't said anything that is, of course, misinformation. But the police say that certain comments they made on different platforms amounted to misinformation, because while they may have quoted certain documents, those documents, like the postmortem, doesn't exactly say what they have been saying on these platforms.
This as the CBI continues to question former RG Medical College and Hospital principal Shandip Ghosh for the 4th consecutive day. The agency has also received permission for a polygraph test or lie detector test on the accused, who was arrested by the Kolkata police. The police have also arrested a 23-year-old Kirti Sharma for calling for the assassination of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on social media. The lawyer for the victim's family, Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya, also admitted that the information about the 150 mg semen being found was inaccurate, which the police say was shared by doctors as well. Bhattacharya also questioned the offer of compensation to the family, which is mandated by guidelines of the National Legal Services Authority, which says compensation must be paid as expeditiously as possible.
This is the attitude of the Chief Minister, and whenever there has been an occurrence of rape, she will rush to the victim's family, pay money and try to shut them out. These are all nonsense. You have to wait till the investigation is over. Then you pay compensation, definitely. What we feel that there was availability of 150 milliliter, not gram of fluid. And that someone misunderstood, saying that semen. Nobody can say whether semen without having forensic examination. That was the initial impression of the parents. That might be wrong, but that doesn't mean that the existence of fluid is ruled out.
The BJP also hit the streets as the Trinamool demanded answers from the CBI on the progress of the investigation. 5 days have passed since the central agency took over the case, and there has been no statement on the investigation of the case.
Protests are happening all over by Resident Doctors Association, by AIMS RDAs, not just in Delhi but in Patna as well. In Kolkata, of course, protests continue at RG Medical Hospital. In this area right now, BJP is conducting a protest, a black Rakhi protest to symbolize against the rape and murder of this young trainee doctor.
The Trinamool Congress alleges lack of information and pace of the probe is allowing more misinformation and giving ground to the BJP to hijack the protests on the issue. The Trinamool says there is a BJP-led conspiracy to remove Mamata Banerjee from power.
We will continue our protest. Arresting 5 people, 10 people, or even 100 people will not stop our protest. We have asked for permission. We have gone to the High Court. We are waiting for the order. We will continue our protest. It's not just for one day. We will continue it till, our Abhaya gets justice, and Mamata Banerjee, our Chief Minister, resigns.
देखिए ममता दीदी जो कह दिया था ऑनरेबल सीएम, ये संडे के अंदर ये क्लोज होना चाहिए था. अगर कलकत्ता पुलिस में हाथ में होता तो ये संडे के अंदर क्लोज हो जाता. लेकिन अभी तो सीबीआई के हाथ में है. डेडलाइन क्रॉस कर गया. आज कल परसों हम लोग जानता नहीं है ये क्या करेगा. लेकिन कोर्ट का डेट है मोस्ट प्रोबेबली 23rd of August. तो कोर्ट का डेट है क्योंकि वो जो one person arrested by Kolkata police, and Kolkata police has done their job.
Amidst the continuing protests which have turned political, the West Bengal governor has flown to Delhi after attacking the state government over women's safety, leading to more speculation about the political turn the incident has taken. With Tanushka Datta, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Meanwhile, the Federation of Resident Doctors Association has filed an intervention application in suo motu PIL in Supreme Court in the Kolkata murder and rape case. Matter will be heard on Tuesday. Now, it's a temporary relief for Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah, who is facing scrutiny in the Muda land allocation scam. The Karnataka High Court on Monday directed the trial court to take no action against Chief Minister Siddaramaiah following Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot sanctioning the Congress leader's prosecution in the matter. Siddaramaiah had moved the High Court against Mr. Gehlot's nod to prosecute him.
It was protest versus counter-protest in Karnataka. On a day when the Chief Minister moved High Court seeking the quashing of the Governor's go-ahead to prosecution in the alleged Muda scam. The Congress in Karnataka launched statewide protests against the Governor, terming him the centre's puppet. While the BJP gathered at Vidhan Sauda, demanding the Chief Minister's resignation.
When Governor was convinced and sanction was accorded for prosecution, now their Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Congress party are making it as a political issue. They are protesting across the state against the Governor when Governor has acted as per the rule.
In the midst of all this, the Karnataka High Court began hearing the application moved by Siddaramaiah's counsel, Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Singhvi submitted that the order of the Governor has no application of mind. He further contended that the Governor's order was passed at breakneck speed. The Solicitor General argued that the Governor has the right to act independently. The court deferred its proceedings to August 29th. And said no precipitative action to be taken against the impugned sanction till then.
My conscience is very clear. ನಾನು ರಾಜಕೀಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ 40 ವರ್ಷಗಳಾಯಿತು. ನಿನ್ನೆಗೆ 40 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ
While this order of the Karnataka High Court provides temporary relief to Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah, the question is whether this is a fight for constitutional posts or whether it is political vendetta. With camera person Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
The draft rules for the Digital Personal Data Protection Act is expected within a month. This will kickstart consultations with stakeholders. Centre has given a green light to the rules for public consultation. The DPDP Act was passed by the Parliament nearly a year ago. This is country's first legislation which brings safeguards to prevent personal data breaches. Till the rules are implemented, the protection under IT Act and Supreme Court judgment is already available. My colleague Vasudha Venugopal joins me for more on the story. Vasudha, draft rules for Digital Data Protection Act expected within a month. It's a big move for all of us who are looking for data privacy. Tell us a little bit about how it is going to affect the life of an ordinary citizen.
That's right, Rika. This act, this law will definitely have consequences on the way data is stored, the way privacy concerns are addressed, and more importantly, what happens when a company is found accountable or found responsible in data breach, what kind of penalties do they have to pay, and more importantly, what kind of targeted advertising that takes place, are they violative of privacy concerns, especially with regard to children. So all of this is something that this act deals with. The government, what we hear right now, is all set to release the draft rules of the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. This is going to happen within a month. That's what Ashwini Vaishnaw, who's the Minister for IT, told reporters today. The minister also said that the government has first worked on a digital implementation of the act, which means that there's going to be a digital framework. And remember, this is the first time that government is putting in place a regulatory mechanism. Remember, these are draft rules, so this is just going to be for consultations, after which we can expect the final rules. The framework, the minister said, is ready, and the draft rules for consultations are expected to be released within a month, and that the final review took place last week, and we could expect them to be in the public domain in about 3 to 4 weeks from now. Remember that the rules have been framed after a lot of consultations, and they will again have to place before the parliament before the implementation. But of course, the government is stressing on large-scale, widespread consultation so that there are no problems, at least with respect to stakeholders, and the rules will be easily accessible, something that will be easily understandable by all stakeholders, because there is clearly a lot of interest in this. There are big companies, small companies involved, and like you rightly pointed out, there are common people whose privacy concerns will also have to be addressed. Remember, the Act also has provisions to curb misuse of individuals' data by online platforms. And it also introduces several compliance requirements for the processing of personal data. And the penalties are, up to 200 crores. So clearly, this is something that all developed countries have, and India is probably, amongst the developing countries that for the first time is introducing a legal mechanism. So clearly, a lot of interest in that. But in about a month from now, we can expect the draft rules to be in the public domain.
Thank you very much, Vasudha, for joining us with all those details. Now let's go back to our big story in Karnataka, where Karnataka's CM Siddaramaiah is facing scrutiny over the Muda land allocation scam. At this hour, the Deputy Chief Minister, DK Shivakumar, joins my colleague Maria Shakil for an exclusive. Listen in.
Of course, today is the day when there was some relief for the Siddaramaiah government. In fact, for the Chief Minister himself. Joining me now is the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. DK Shivakumar. Really appreciate your time here on NDTV, sir. Is this really the toughest battle for Mr. Siddaramaiah? He has had a long political career, spreading over decades. How do you see this politically for the Congress party and for him?
Yeah, of course, it is a big conspiracy which has been going on between the BJP and Janata Dal both joined hands and doing a conspiracy to tarnish his image and the government, the personal image of the Chief Minister and the government. They are feeling very jealousy about the progress of this government, and of course it is a tough battle because we had to face a mighty government which is working against the constitution and the democracy.
The question of propriety now, Mr. Shivakumar, is it proper for a Chief Minister to continue once the Governor has ordered sanction of prosecution? Or do you see this pure politics playing out between Raj Bhavans and Chief Ministers of non-BJP ruled states?
I think you have been seeing this which is going on not only in Karnataka, in West Bengal, it may be in Kerala, it may be in Tamil Nadu. In other part of which are the non-BJP states, the Rajbhavans are playing their own politics, acting according to their bosses. The constitution is being misled.
And legally speaking, after this interim relief, of course, it's short-lived. The case will be coming up in the court on 29th. You had fielded the best legal minds in Abhishek Manu Singhvi and others. How do you see this play out going forward?
There is no case. They are finding a case politically. They wanted to destabilize our government, destabilize the mandate given by the people of this Karnataka. And They are not able to digest the massive mandate which has been given. They are trying to use it. There was no issue. They are trying to create an issue. And no investigation has been done or no reports have been done to give a prosecution. So it is purely a political vendetta which has been going on.
Okay, you're calling this political vendetta, but you know, my question is, you and Mr. Siddaramaiah has been in politics for so many years. How did you not see this coming?
No. See, after we got the notice, we got the show-cause notice, the cabinet under my leadership, we just met, we discussed, we requested the governor to dismiss it and reject their application, their claim, whatever they are, because it is not in favor of the law, it is against the law. So we just advised the governor to act on that, but still the governor has given the permission to inquire and prosecute.
Sir, you know, there were reports of Congress thinking of change of guard in Karnataka. Will Mr. Siddaramaiah continue as Chief Minister even with such charges against him or allegations against him?
No question of changing, it is all rumors. There is nothing, no one had discussed about it. The entire party under the leadership of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, my opposition leader Mr. Rahul ji, and the entire party stands behind him. I being the party president of the state on record telling you that no question of changing my chief minister. He will continue and will continue to serve till the wishes of the people of Karnataka.
Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, several political observers say that you were equally vicious when you were, in opposition. You had initiated some investigations against your political opponents too.
No, that is a different occasion. There, inquiry was being conducted, reports were being there. Here, there is no prima facie case. No inquiry has been done yet.
Okay, one view is that this is coming, of course, from your political opponents, that why are you shying away from discussion on the floor of the Karnataka Assembly? Shouldn't you be open to a discussion? Because the BJP says that if you have nothing to hide, then why run away from discussion?
We gave a lot of them opportunity. They try to misuse it. There is already the law of this assembly that if any inquiry or any commission has been ordered on that case, you can't discuss such type of issues.
Do you think this has dented the image of your party, the Congress party?
I think they are just trying to portray. There is no corruption or no issues connected to the Congress government in Karnataka. They are trying to portray it. They are trying to create confusion in the minds of the people of the country, and they are doing it. It is all fully a political game.
If the BJP continues with its protests, you are also protesting against the governor. Should we be seeing this as battle lines drawn in Karnataka politics?
I already said you that they are just trying to destabilize. They know that we are given 5 guarantees. The people loved it. Their people are supporting it. They are forced to do it in other part of the state. They feel that there is a strong government here, one of the biggest state, a major state. They feel that they lost their base in the South India. They are trying to regain by doing these tactics.
So my last question to you, and of course I'm going to ask this question because this is on everybody's mind. Do you think the Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, should step down pending investigation as the BJP is demanding and others maybe as well?
I think it is not needed. There is no question of resigning. Whatever may happen, nothing will happen. He has not done any mistake. He has not signed any paper. It was a decision taken at the time of BJP rule, and they are just trying to portray the Chief Minister.
Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us here on NDTV.